Marvel's back, baby, on the big screen. And you know what else is back? Swag, son. Comic book. My ticket. Dope. Hi, everybody. It's me, Grant, movie and TV guy. Hello. Spoiler warning. Both for Avengers Endgame and for this film, because this is a spoiler review. So, if you have not seen the film yet, pause the video or wait to watch it. Or if you just don't care, you just don't care. And I'm going to spoil this movie. So, hi, it's me, Grant the Movie TV Guy. Hello. And what movie are you talking about? I kind of gave it away there. Black Widow. Black Widow is directed by Kate Shortland, who is a director whose work I'm unfamiliar with. A lot of Australian dramas and stuff which I have not seen, but I kind of want to check them out now. So, Black Widow, what's it about? Well, first off, it is the first film, not first entry. We, of course, had WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and the still ongoing Loki, but it's the first film in Phase 4, the post-Infinity Saga phase of the MCU, the 24th film overall. And finally, it's prequel. So people are probably wondering first off the bat, Black Widow, how is there a Black Widow movie? Because Black Widow died in Endgame. She sacrificed herself so that Hawkeye could receive the Soul Stone and thus complete the gauntlet to snap everyone back from the blip. Well, this is before that. This is after Civil War. And it follows Natasha Romanoff, played once again quite terrifically by the always great Scarlett Johansson, who's also producer this time. But when we first meet her in the story, she's played by Ever Anderson, a daughter of Mila Jovovich and Paul W.S. Anderson, and she is a young girl living with her mother, Melina, played by Rachel Weisz, her father, Alexei, aka Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, and her little sister, Yelena, played in this moment by, mentioning this young actress again, Violet McGraw, in this section of the movie. This is like the first 15 minutes. And it's sort of in an Americans type situation where basically, it's the moment before they all went to the Red Room, which, if you've seen the other movies, you know is this really creepy, terrifying base where they create the Black Widow army and give them the moniker. And they're being separated from their parents, and now it cuts ahead to 2016, in the wake of Civil War and the breaking of the Sokovia Accords. Natasha Romanoff is on the run. She's a fugitive along with the other Avengers. And so now she gets sort of attacked by a mysterious agent known simply as Taskmaster, and in the process finds this mysterious set of vials and a picture of her and her sister as little girls. She goes and reunites with her sister, who's now grown up to be the wonderful Florence Pugh. And she is now a total badass, much like her sister is. And they team up to find the Red Room and take care of some unfinished business that might also have to do with the mysterious time that Clint and Natasha were in Budapest. They've mentioned so many times. Let the adventure to destroy the Red Room and save the Black Widow army begin. So, this movie, I'm just gonna come around with it. Maybe I'm fanboying, I don't care. I loved Black Widow. I thought it was really good. I just think that there's this consistent general, even a weaker entry in a Marvel movie for me is still enough to get like a 4-star from me or higher, because it's just so interesting. The characters, the one flaw I can put against Black Widow myself is that it suffers from the prequel thing a little bit. In regards to, one, I just think it's long overdue. I think this character is long deserved a movie. We finally got it. But it's kind of late, which is a bummer. Because there's not a lot of stakes in regards to Natasha's survival in this film, because we know she will survive just long enough to make that ultimate sacrifice in Endgame. So we don't really have... I feel like this should have come before Infinity War, but that's just me. However, if they get that and miff that a little bit, what they get totally right is the new characters. Yelena, played by Florence Pugh, is awesome. I love that character. In fact, what this movie also kind of works as is not simply just a Black Widow solo movie, a sort of changing of the guard from Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow to Florence Pugh, and I like that. I want to see her have more adventures. She gets some great one-liners, and some of them it even feels a little bit like the Deadpool writers snuck in into the writers' room a little bit. There's a crack that kind of runs through the movie that's pretty funny, where she's talking about why do you pose? Like, she looks at her like, why do you always pose so much? And he goes, what do you mean? And he goes, when you like that, you know, like the look up. I can't do it nearly as well because I'm not Scarlett Johansson. But he goes, I don't know. He goes, like, you're not doing it for anyone else. You're just doing it to strike a pose. And then later she's like walking through the bed and he goes like this, and he goes, nope, didn't feel right. Not a poser. Moving on. Okay, I like this character, and I like David Harbour as Alexei. I like the fact that he plays, he's basically Russian Captain America, the Red Guardian. He kind of, his whole thing is he's just kind of a washed up schmuck. His whole thing is this guy, he's just kind of like, he's kind of fat, he doesn't smell good, and he kind of is just kind of going about things like, oh, the glory days. He's almost like a more warm-hearted, chubbier, sweatier Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He's just like, oh, to be kind of like with him at the football. It's like, if only I could be back in those days when I was a crime fighter for Russia. Rachel Weisz is quite good, although not given a lot to do. Also, I want to call out just real quick the people in my theater. Speaking of that, what is it about Florence Pugh in a movie that's in a good movie where there's the necessity for a phone to go off when she has her big scene? This is like the second time this has happened. It happened in Little Women too. Why can't you guys turn off your phones? This happened like 3 times with the same dude, and I was not the only one in the theater going like, come on. Dude, come on. He answered it. And then I was like, just look. The world is not going to fall off of its axis in the 2 hours it's going to take to finish this movie. Like, turn it off. Sorry. It's just, shit like that annoys me. Anyway, but yeah, it was some great things. Also, the big mystery of who Taskmaster is, this is like the big spoiler, I guess. They mentioned that in Budapest, there's a section where they mention, the daughter of the guy who runs the thing, played by Ray Winstone, who is implied to have been killed in a bombing that Barton and Romanoff caused. She didn't. She is Taskmaster, and it was a weird situation because I was sitting in the theater watching because they have like a regular opening credits compared to other Marvel movies. They don't have like the big snazzy beginning credits. It's just like they have the opening credits at the start. Set to a really unexpected but pretty good cover, low-key acoustic cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, but by like a female singer. I kind of like it. I liked her rendition. But it was like, Olga Kurylenko from Quantum of Solace. She's in this movie. She's Taskmaster. Yeah. That's because, wait a minute. And I had a thought like, she hasn't shown up yet. Oh, she's Taskmaster. Yeah, she's the daughter. I pretty much thought that pretty quickly on. The opening 15 minutes also, it's like, it's a long, the opening scene with them as kids it's like a 15-minute chunk of the movie. Anyway, I overall really dug Black Widow. I'm gotta kind of end this because I'm afraid this is going to tap out, and we still got stuff to do. So, Black Widow, I'm just going to give it 4.5 stars out of 5. It suffers a little bit, but it benefits from people like Miss Pugh and Miss Weisz and Mr. Harbour, and of course, the great Scarlett Johansson. So, we are going to give that 4.5 out of 5 stars. Trailer trash. Let's do some trailer trash before I prepare to go to bed to do our next review tomorrow. So let's check this out. What do we got? Okay, a lot of this we can run through. Escape Room Tournament Champions, seeing it next Thursday. Hope it's good. Looking forward to it. Might need to watch the first one again. The Protege looks like fun. Very true to the Black Widow form. Free Guy. A newer trailer. Still kind of getting sick of it, but I'm excited for it to come out. Old, again. Gonna see it. It's kind of a thing, though. A good concept, good cast, but... And also, I erroneously said that the lead in it was Diego Luna. It's Gael Garcia Bernal, also a phenomenal actor. I'm sorry, Mr. Garcia Bernal. Looks good. The Suicide Squad, can't wait. Got my shirt already ready. Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, gonna buy the ticket as soon as they unlock it. Look excited. This is the big one. Eternals, which is one of the next Marvel movies, which... It's directed by Chloe Zhao, and what's weird is that it looks more like a Chloe Zhao movie. Like, it has special effects in it, but it doesn't look like a typical Marvel thing. Now, I'm sure it will become that. It's a very short teaser, but it looks awesome. And then Jungle Cruise. which is the same trailer we've gotten and it looks like fun, although it is introduced by not Johnny Depp, not Pirates of the Caribbean, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. So that was a nice little thing. And was there shawarma? Of course there was. So there is a scene after the credits. I won't really give that away. I want to have some surprises. All I'll say is, if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you're good. If you haven't, you might want to watch it. That's all I'll say. And also, put it this way. They've already set up the next project for the Yelena character, and that's what this is clearly setting up. It's also the only scene in the movie that's set after Endgame. So there you go. All right. That's it. We will be back. I don't want to spoil it, but there is no mid-credit scene, just all the way at the very end of the credits, stated the after. All right. Tomorrow is Fear Street Part 2, 1978. Saturday is Atypical. Next week we got, I also forgot these, Loki Season 1, more Marvel, with spoilers. We also got, the new Netflix film, Gunpowder Milkshake. I love that title. We also have Escape Room Tournament Champions, like I said. We have Space Jam next Friday. Roadrunner, a film about Anthony Bourdain, next Saturday. Somewhere in there we got Never Have I Ever. And also somewhere in there we got the new movie Die in a Gunfight, as well as Fear Street Part 3, 1666, and then more to come. That'll all be next time, and until next time, Grant the Movie and TV Guy. And also we're going to have our solo Star Wars story review too. That'll be next time. Until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. Alright. I love you all. Appreciate you all. I love you all. Customist. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. Go see Black Widow. It's good. Don't, especially if you're a Marvel fan. Alright. Thank you all. Take care. Bye. Dun, 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 dun.